I'm back. It's me, Indian Down Bad. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video we have part 16, I believe, of the Mega Man Challenge series. As you can see, we're left with the robot rushes, no items. We're basically we do end up doing 2 levels, both the Mega Man 1 and 2 robot rushes in this video with no items. And yeah, I did not beat these levels on the same day. Definitely didn't beat them on the first try. These were some of the most difficult levels I've played so far. Obviously, because they're at the end, so of course it'd be difficult. So, I actually considered just straight up skipping the rest of the challenge series and do the other videos I want to do, and then probably come back to this sometime later. But I'm like, nah, let's at least try to finish it. So I stuck it out, and yeah, here we are. But for the first one, the Mega Man 1 boss rush with no weapon. That means pretty much no Robot Master weapon, so all Mega Buster. First boss we ended up defeating was Cutman. He was pretty easy. He's probably the easiest boss. Cutman, keep your distance, and you should be able to beat him. And now we're on to Bomb Man, and I do end up dying because I don't expect to get through a single boss rush with 1 life bar. I'm just not that good yet. Getting through these boss rushes at all is an automatic win, no matter what. I don't care if I have 1 second left or 1 minute left on the clock. Getting through these is already a W for me. Especially how much time it took. It took literally hours and days of me just trying over and over, figuring out, even looking into the leaderboard, see what other players did, how they beat the level, and see, you know, how I can do it. So after Bomb Man, the key to beating Bomb Man for me right there was closing in on him, closing the distance, the opposite of Guts Man. For Elect Man, I found out if you just sit here and stand and don't let him get his electric shot off, you should be able to beat him. Because as you can see, his electric shot, it does a lot of damage. So if you kind of don't let him do that, I didn't even know you could really do this, so don't let him do that, and you beat him. I didn't know you could do that. I just didn't. And it's not even really as easy, because as you saw it in there, he can jump almost anytime he feels like it, I guess. So, like, man, just hope your health bar is high enough. I don't know. That was only the first hurdle. Iceman was the second hurdle, because Iceman's Ice Blast, there are some pretty tight windows of jumping if you want to avoid them, and you're gonna have to avoid a lot of them, because Iceman is, not only is the terrain slippery, so you really have to watch yourself not just sliding into one of his Ice Blasts. When you come down for that second, you have to watch out, make sure you just don't jump right into the one above you, that last one above you that comes out on his second wave. So yeah, if Elect Man already wasn't hard enough for me without finding it, until I found that you can, you know, kind of just basically stun lock him. Iceman was right up next to him, and you cannot stun lock Iceman, so this part actually is probably the most skillful part in the Mega Man 1 boss rush. You have to be precise, the terrain is unforgiving, and you have to hit your shots, because at some point, your Iceman is going to get close enough to you where dodging his Ice Blast is just going to feel impossible. This took hours, days. I don't remember beating this on the first night. Definitely didn't beat it on the first try when I first attempted it. Oh, good lord, no. So it ended up taking hours of me attempting, trying to get through it. But finally, as you saw right there, I got through Iceman, which is probably the most difficult level outside of Elect Man. The most difficult boss. And then Heat Man didn't have a high enough health bar. Honestly, you just need high enough health bar and time to beat Heat Man. I'm gonna be pretty honest. He's next to Cutman, could be the easiest boss you have to go against, maybe. Like as you can see right there, the only thing you really have to worry about is getting turned around by his Heat Blast. by its Fire Blast, and yeah, just have a bigger health bar. So yeah, that one I was so happy when I got through. Getting through any one of these robot rushes with no items is real good. But now we have to move on to Mega Man 2, and boy, do I have something to say about this one. Okay, so you know what? Let's just start off from the beginning. Let's start off with Heatman. Heatman, easy. Let's just keep it a stack. He's easy. Literally just shoot him, read and react. He only has 3 delays, 30 frames, 60 frames, or 90 frames, around those frame numbers. So it can be chopped up to short, medium, or long with delays. So simple, read and react. You could probably do what I did. I don't think I ended up losing any health on this because I don't think I got hit by the fireballs he throws at the beginning. But boy, oh boy, this robot boss here, I think in English his name is Crashman, but maybe some call him Clashman. I don't know what, I forget what his official name is. I think it's Clashman. Clashman, freaking stupid. Boy, when I tell you I got stuck on him for days. Oh my god, you talk about spending days on one singular part of a level. You'd think I was playing a PS2 game. You'd think I was in childhood. But then again, I somehow managed to do this. I just came across where, and I remember doing this exact strategy before and it not working. Maybe I'd screw up somewhere, like right there. I kind of screwed up right there. I did this exact strategy and it didn't work, so I guess I tried to do this strategy again and it was a lot more refined and enough to beat Clashman, because good lord, he was giving me the beat spot Drake for days, bro. To a point where I just stopped playing. I just didn't record, didn't do any attempts trying to beat this, and then finally right there I beat him. I'm like, oh cool, I beat him, but I've never been this far into the level. So I don't know how Bubble Man goes. But thankfully, when I was looking at the leaderboard, see what other players were doing, Bubble Man's pretty easy. Just stay to one side of the wall, and don't do what I do. Don't jump up to him. Just wait till he comes down, and you'll end up either jumping over his shot, or he may not shoot out. Like right there, I jumped over his shot. Don't get hit by the bubbles. Or he may not just shoot at all like that. So if you jump as soon as he comes down, you'll either jump over his shot or, you know, he'll not shoot at all. But now it's time to face Airman. And Airman, first off, don't be like me and have a low health bar coming into this fight. But Airman, to be honest, isn't that hard. I don't want to say he's not. I don't want to say he's easy, but he's also not hard. So I guess he's somewhere in the middle. Hope you get a good air pattern and get your shots off. And when he comes to the side, just stay on this side and try to pump as many shots as you can before he blows you to the other side of the screen. And you should be able to get rid of him like that. Now, Metal Man. Metal Man's a bit trickier. First off, I don't survive this. Low health. Metal Man's a bit trickier. Outside of, I want to say outside of Clashman, he's the hardest, but that's not true. Probably the third hardest. First off, dodge the metal blades. You have to worry about the metal blades. You have to hit your shots. I know that sounds standard, but that's not as easy when he's jumping in the air and throwing metal blades. So dodge the metal blades, hit your shot. Be aware of the conveyor belt that's below you. That's the 3 things. You gotta keep track of 3 things while you're fighting Metal Man. But as you can see, you know, if you practice, I guess, because, you know, practicing, I guess, helps. And I was able to do that. Woodman, I'm gonna keep it a beam. Woodman is essentially the tank of the robot bosses in Mega Man 2. Like, you have to find what, like right there, how he had his leaf shield up. If you can get the hitbox of your Mega Buster without his leaf shield hitting your hurt box, you'll be fine. Obviously, you're probably not gonna dodge the leaves that come down unless you're like really good and know the exact frames to stand on when they're coming down so they don't hit you. But I don't know that, so essentially I gotta pump as many shots as I can before I take enough hits and die. And to mitigate that, try to dodge his leaf shield. He'll at least come down and probably gonna hit you. Dodge the leaf shield. Be able to shoot through his leaf shield when you're Mega Buster without affecting your hurt box, and you might come out with beating him. Quick Man, I had no strategy. There's no strategy for Quick Man. There just isn't. This fight is purely skill. It's one-on-one. Dodge the boomerangs and don't let them touch you. There's no tricks, no glitches, no bugs, no nothing. Just straight up one-on-one. Are you good enough to be Quick Man? Is essentially what I'm saying. And if you're not gonna beat this level. And I don't know how I beat him. I don't know if I beat him right here. I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't. So yeah, this one definitely took a couple tries, especially with not having faced him before. Well, in these circumstances. So, like straight up, I didn't know if I thought he was gonna be the next boss I was gonna get stuck on. I got stuck on Clash Man. I could have probably got stuck on Leaf Man had I not, known about the knowledge I needed to know to beat him. And as you can see, it's definitely taking me some attempts before I even, beat Quick Man. These are all close fights with Quick Man, so I'm not too far off the mark. There's just some things I really gotta do to clean up, to beat this guy. But I was actually surprised when I beat him. Like I was like, oh, I beat him. Like I felt like he had more health than that. But yeah. Last level, Flash Man for me was one of the more tougher than I thought boss I had to go against. Cause yeah, like I said, never had to face him under these circumstances where it's just Mega Buster. Like I said, the game's probably on difficult mode, so definitely not on easy mode, I don't think. But he doesn't seem to have that much health. I'm doing like, each shot is like doing like 2 to 3 pellets off of him sometimes, so he's not the tankiest, thankfully. But it's just that his pattern of constant moving, because there's not a moment where he's not moving. Quick Man, he would get stuck on things. Flash Man is always moving and not really getting stuck. The only time he stops is when he freezes you, and you better hope to God that you're not in his, line of fire. But yeah, I beat it in 7 minutes and 44 seconds. I could not tell you the jubilation when I found out I beat both of these levels. And guess what? These are only 2 out of 6. I beat 1/3 of the Mega Man Robot Rushes. And I'm gonna tell you, it only gets tougher from here. Mega Man 4 gives you almost 16 minutes of playtime. And the rest are like 12 and up, so yeah, I'm gonna have my hands full. And yeah, all Robot Rush, I'm gonna have my hands full. I don't even know if I'm gonna finish. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, I beat 2 robot boss rushes. So yeah. First off, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see if I ever beat the rest of these levels. Other than that, thank you. Just thank you for watching. It's been me, DigDownBad, and hopefully I will see y'all in the next video, and hopefully it doesn't take forever. Peace out.